Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you all are doing well. This is Mohammed Vidruja back again with lab number 4, and in today's lab we are gonna see client-side prototype pollution via flawed sanitization. So that means in the previous lab we did not encounter sanitization of the prototype, but in this video we are gonna see the sanitization. So this lab is vulnerable to DOM XSS via client-side prototype pollution. Although the developers have implemented measures to prevent prototype pollution, these can be easily bypassed. Fine. Now to solve the lab, this is the same conditions you find in every lab in the prototype pollution, because in prototype pollution these are the most important point to find out the source, and then you have to find out the gadget, and then you have to exploit it or create the payload for exploiting the prototype pollution. So I already accessed the lab here. This is our lab. First of all, I'm gonna solve this lab with the help of DOM invader, and for that purpose I'm going to open the web browser. If it gives you the error like this, so just go to the proxy settings within the web browser section. You can just check this box which allows the web browser to run without a sandbox. Close it and run the web browser. Okay, so this is our web browser. I'm just going to take a copy of this and let's just paste it here. Hit enter. I'm just going to open the development tools in the browser and go to the DOM invaders. Within the DOM invaders, I see there is nothing. So for that purpose, you have to just refresh the page to find out the source. And as you can see, one source is being found here, which is saying this is a bit abnormal because up to now we just see underscore underscore proto underscore underscore and then the property and its value. But this time it's find something weird, which is saying underscore underscore pro and underscore underscore proto underscore underscore 2, and then that's it. So this is something because sanitization is there and the DOM invader is detecting the sanitization and try to bypass that sanitization. And whatever you see here, this is actually the bypassing of the sanitization for the prototype pollution. So let's see, I'm just going to scan the gadget, and once I try to scan the gadget, it open new tab and start searching for the prototype pollution gadget, and you can see 100% completed. Now I'm just going to open the development tools again and go to the DOM invader. There is one sync which is script.source and it's trying to inject the script. Okay, just exploit it, click on exploit. So you can see the alert is popped up. The thing here is the property it found is transport underscore URL. So most probably you will find the same script as you found in lab 1 and lab 2. Okay, and this is also the same payload which is saying data : alert. Fine. Now in this automated way you actually skip few things that are most important for you to understand. And for that purpose, we will go and try to solve this lab manually. So let's just try. Let's see, we don't know anything about DOM invader and leave the DOM invader. So we will try to inject the prototype pollution or the property with the source URL source within the URL. Okay, so let's say underscore underscore proto underscore underscore, and let's say color is equal to red. Okay, I also want to open the development tools here and I go to the network so that I can see once I make this request what are the resources being loaded. So let's just hit enter and you can see all these resources. These SVG image files are loaded, JPG files are loaded. Okay, some JavaScripts are there. And this is the final request what we made. Okay, I also go to the console where I'm gonna see whether the property is being injected or not. So Object.prototype and hit enter. expand this, and you can see there is no property found named as color. Okay, so that means this is not working. So maybe we need to try another way, which is underscore underscore proto underscore underscore dot color is equal to red. Let's see. Okay, and try to find out again object dot prototype. Sorry, and this will also not work because we cannot find here the property which we try to inject. Okay, there are other also like with the constructor. So constructor dot prototype dot color. Okay, constructor dot prototype, and the property name which is color is equal to red. Hit enter one more time, and within the console try again object dot prototype, and this also not worked. Okay, didn't work because we cannot find the property. So why this is happening, let's see. I go to the network tab where I found some interesting sources. The first one is search logger filter.js. This seems something interesting because this is the JavaScript file, and this file have the same thing, the same code we encountered in the lab 2. Okay, so I'm not going to explain it to save the time, and I would recommend you guys, if you are watching this video and you did not watch the lab 1 and lab 2 video, I would highly recommend you to visit those labs, watch those labs, because I describe everything about this script in those labs. In this script, just one thing is new, which is this function, that is sanitize key. And this sanitize key basically defining some bad properties, and in bad properties it is defining list of bad properties like constructor underscore underscore proto and prototype. So if it will find within the URL something like constructor prototype and underscore underscore proto, so it will say running a loop which is saying for bad property of bad properties. So it will take one by one everything from this list and check it within the list which is bad properties, and it will replace it with the with nothing. Okay, with nothing. So basically it is splitting, stripping these words from the URL. Okay, or you can say, because it's using replace all. Okay, so this is the major thing which we can see here. So let's see another file which is dparam sanitized.js. so this is basically the script which is you can see here it is using the sanitize key. This is the function what you see in the search log. Okay, so the function is created within the search log and it is being called within the dparam sanitize.js file. Fine. So this is basically creating the array from the URL, especially from the query string, and it will then test whether these words are there or these strings are there or not. So this is the high level overview, and I think it is very easy to understand this function. Even if you feel problem understanding this code, then by seeing the sanitize key function you will understand what basically it's doing. Okay, so let's go. We just need to bypass these strings because it is trying to match the exact value what the developer defined here. So to basically bypass this, what we can do is we can try a few things. First of all, I will try to find out the source and try to bypass this sanitization. So for that purpose, I will try here pro underscore underscore proto underscore underscore 2 underscore underscore color is equal to red. Hit enter and go to the console. Let's see Object.prototype, and as you can see here we find color is equal to red. That means property is successfully entered. We need to find out the gadget, and for that purpose I'm going back to the search logger filter.js. This basically dynamically appending a script to the DOM using the transport URL property of config object. Okay, so this is the config object that contains a key params and it's using d params, so it will basically convert the URL string into the Java object, and then it's checking whether config.transport URL is there or not. So if it is predefined, it will take it and then append a script with the property transport underscore URL to the config object. What I'm gonna do here is, instead of color, if I try transport underscore URL is equal to red and just hit enter, go to the console and Object.prototype. So you can see the property is injected successfully. Now to solve the lab, we need to basically call an alert function. So data colon comma alert, and we put here 1, hit enter, and you can see the alert is being called. Okay, so that's it. We solved the lab.